Hello, friends, and welcome into Tennessee Titans Today. I am Tom Downey. Before we get into today's show, a question for you. How long have you been a Titans fan? By the way, for life is a perfectly valid answer. Let's flood the comment section, see who has been the longest standing Titans fan. Right now, go get your answers in for me. Let's begin with latest on DeAndre Hopkins, which also ties into Dalvin Cook, as weird as that one might sound. Dalvin Cook, the former Vikings running back, has expressed interest in teaming up with DeAndre Hopkins. Now, of course, the Titans have already had Hopkins in for a visit, so I think it's a good time to explore this and look at, does Dalvin Cook make any sense for Tennessee, which, we'll see on that one here. The Titans so far have not been linked, shown any interest in, or anything in between about Dalvin Cook because, well, they have Derrick Henry, and I'm a big fan of Tajay Spears as well. But here's what Dalvin Cook said about Hopkins. If we end up on the same roster, that would be something epic for the NFL. Everyone knows who D-Hop is. You know what you're getting out of D-Hop, and you know what he's going to bring to your roster. It's the same for me. The film speaks for itself. I don't really got to do much talking about who Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins are. But we haven't talked. He was one of those guys I was going to reach out to because I know he's got the same mindset as me. We're trying to go win. We're trying to go on the roster and trying to go contend. Of the available free agents right now, there is nobody better than the duo of DeAndre Hopkins and the duo of Dalvin Cook. It's also June, mid to late June, so that certainly tracks from that perspective. But there hasn't been a lot of real overlap between Hopkins and Cooks in terms of their suitors at this stage. So on the left side here, you'll see the DeAndre Hopkins interested parties. On the right side, you'll see the Dalvin Cook ones. Tennessee, the Patriots, obviously the top two teams linked to Hopkins. He took visits with them officially. The Browns, the Chiefs, and the Bills are the other three that have been fairly heavily linked. The Jets, Broncos, Dolphins, Cowboys, and also the Bills are the ones that stand out for Dalvin Cook. Now, Buffalo's an obvious overlap potential contender there. Tennessee, we'll get to them on Dalvin Cook. Patriots probably don't need a running back. Browns could. That could be a dark horse duo landing spot. Chiefs, not so much. Denver's loaded at receiver. Miami is too. They've been linked to Dalvin Cook. Dallas, Cowboys fans might want Hopkins, but that team has shown no interest in this stage. So I'm going to get to my thoughts as it relates specifically to Dalvin Cook. But first, it's time for the pinned comment today. Would you sign both of DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook if maybe the money worked out? Like I mentioned, it is today's pinned comment. So if an ad plays here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Y for yes, N for no. Look, Hopkins obviously makes sense for this team. I think I speak for most of us when I say, yeah, it'd be fun to get him on the Titans if the money works out. I know Hopkins is in New York right now. I'm not sure if he's just visiting the city or if maybe he's plotting a visit to a team. Who knows? The issue is that Dalvin Cook doesn't really make sense for Tennessee. That for either party, frankly. Tennessee's in good shape at running back. You have Derrick Henry, and you're not really trying to reduce Henry's workload to the level that it would make sense to sign, pay, and keep Dalvin Cook happy. Dalvin Cook wants a big role. He wants some money, right? He does want to win, of course, but he's not going to take, a one-year, $2 million deal to get 100 carries behind Derrick Henry. That's not something he wants to do. Plus, I like Tajay Spears, and we just did go through the teams linked to both players, Cook and Hopkins. Not much overlap. Unless Buffalo, who hasn't shown much interest in Hopkins so far, decides, they want to go all in on Cook and Hopkins, I don't think it's likely those two sides join forces. I do want to make one more note. It is a little interesting to see Dalvin Cook say, man, me and DeAndre Hopkins, if we join forces, that'd be epic. Like, he wasn't just on the exact same team with Justin Jefferson, who's the best receiver, I think, in the NFL. Look, Hopkins, I know, wants to join a contender. I still think Tennessee fits that bucket. I think the Patriots do as well. Maybe deep down he wants to be a Chief or a Bill, but I'm not sure they're going to make the offer that a Titans or a Patriots would be able to do. So we will keep an eye on DeAndre Hopkins, but I don't think Dalvin Cook's coming to Tennessee anytime in the near future. Now, the Titans t-shirt and hat combo, the best ever offer at Fanatics as far as I'm concerned. It's basically 2 for the price of 1 with the sale going on right now. Is still available, but supplies are beginning to dwindle a little bit. I think the smalls are sold out right now. Plenty of other sizes available. Chatsports.com/TEN combo. That's chatsports.com/10 combo. Links in the comments section and the description. Go get yours today. Let's move to Kristian Fulton. So Bleacher Report, with an interesting article. I didn't agree with all their selections. Most important contract extension for each NFL team. Good thing Jeffrey Simmons got the bag already. They went with Fulton for the Titans. Now, he is entering the final year of his contract. And when he's been healthy, Fulton has been a really good football player. He's been a borderline shutdown corner. He's put up really good advanced numbers, maybe not so much interceptions, pass breakups, but he's been really good overall. Here's what Bleacher Report wrote, and I think a lot of this they got right outside of one thing we'll get to later on. While Fulton's injury history cannot be dismissed, he's missed 20 games overall, his upside is undeniable. The 24-year-old has potential to become a perennial Pro Bowler if he can stay healthy. And if Fulton does stay healthy throughout the 2023 season, he's likely going to drive up his free agency value in 2024. General Manager Rancarthen should consider locking Fulton up now with an incentive-laden deal that keeps the young corner in-house while protecting the team from future injuries. We'll break down the incentive-laden part here. But if you were the Titans GM, would you extend Kristian Fulton right now? Type P for pay. You want to lock him in. He's part of your young defensive core. You want to get that deal done. W for you'd rather wait because the injuries worry you. You're not sure you want to pay the expensive cornerback market cost. Get those votes in for me in the comment section. My issue here is that, hey, incentive-laden deal makes a lot of sense, right? Why would Kristian Fulton do that? If he's super worried about the injuries, okay, I guess I get it. But it is not often you see a young corner who has shown plenty of promise go, yes, I'm going to take an incentive-based contract instead of waiting a season in my prime and potentially reaching free agency or getting franchise tagged. That's a good idea, good attempt. I don't know how based in reality it is. Because I think Kristian Fulton is staring down probably a pretty good-sized contract. There's a bit of a gap in the high-end cornerback market, the $20 million to the J.C. Jackson, Carlton Davises, Darius Slay, and maybe Davis money is a good barometer for Kristian Fulton if he plays well and stays healthy. Because he has been really good. He has been awesome. And I thought he was better in 2021. The INTs, the pass breakups were higher, but he has missed time. But he's not allowing a lot of completions. It is a smaller sample size of games played, but teams throwing his way, you're completing maybe every other pass. That's a pretty good ratio. The ball skills have not been off the charts like, 6 interceptions, whatever. They did dip last year as well, but he's been very reliable as a cover corner. If you guys want even more Titans YouTube videos, I'm at the right spot. Hit that sub button right now for more free Titans videos all off-season long. We'll have some preseason training camp coverage and, of course, the regular season as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed. YouTube.com/Titans Today. Free videos. Once you hit that subscribe button right now. One last brief note on Peter Skoronski. ESPN went through each of the rookies, checked in with the team's beat writers with how they're doing, and positive reviews so far for Skoronski. Of course, he's a lineman. Pads not going on means maybe you're not getting the best look at him. We'll get a better look at training camp, but so far, so good on that front. Here's what Tom Davenport, the Titans beat writer for ESPN, wrote. Even though they're not in pads, Skoronski is getting valuable reps going against Pro Bowl defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons. Skoronski has already stepped in the starting lineup at left guard, a spot he hasn't played since he was in the 6th grade. The Titans also gave him snaps at left tackle, but his likely spot this year will be as an interior offensive lineman. That is what I anticipate happening as well. I think with Andre Dillard being much more comfortable on the left side as opposed to the right side or on the interior, I think this is likely what the offensive line ends up looking like. Dillard at left tackle. And Skoronski, he might not have played guard since 6th grade. I'm not worried about it. I think it's an easier switch left tackle to left guard than left tackle to right tackle. I think it'll be plug and play. I think he's going to have a fantastic season and career for Tennessee.